from Mintos, myself, Maria, head of people in Mintos, and Julia, our technical recruitment lead. So today we will be speaking about our a culture-based environment in Mintos and how we arrived to that, and about our amazing journey so far, and basically key ingredients of our culture, what makes us unique, what attracts candidates to us, what drives that interest on the market, not only on local market here in Latvia, but in global market as well. We are currently recruiting very actively in 4 countries, but when it comes to the technical talent, we are actually searching and aiming to attract candidates in much wider market, Russia and CIS as well, European countries. We have actually few people who are with us who came to work for us from Australia, 1 person from US, so really global coverage. So today I will be talking about how we arrived to that unique culture, how we formed it, and about our journey. And of course, you are welcome to ask questions during my presentation or after that. Please shoot if you have any questions. All right. So I joined Mintos 15 months ago. It was August 2018. I was a first person in our people team. So far, before that, we didn't have any dedicated people person or HR person. All the activities were driven by our CEO. All the recruitment activities, compensation package, all the policies he designed himself. But at that particular point, we understood that we knew we will be growing very significantly. We needed scaling up when it came to all our processes, including people process as well, including recruitment as well. So I was invited to join Mintos as first people person. Here is actually our team at that particular point. I am kind of in the very very left side over there. So during our first week, we hit our very significant milestone, 1 billion euros invested on our platform. At the moment, we are waiting to hit any day now 4 billion euros invested on our platform. So we grew a lot since then. At the moment, when I joined, it was 50 people altogether. At the moment, we are 170 employees. This is how our org chart looks, the very top kind of panel. Our people team since then grew up to 6 people. Mainly those roles are based around recruitment, but also we all have exposure to our employer brand activities, employee engagement, what else? Environmental policy and our social agenda. So basically it's like full well-rounded scope of HR responsibilities in our team, which we share. But main focus for us remains recruitment, because business is growing exponentially and we need workforce to support that growth. So yeah, we are about to hit our 4 billion milestone day by day. So yeah, what didn't we have in August 2018 and what we have now? This is our current team at the moment. We recently just moved into a new office. At the moment, 170 people, and by the end of the year, we are hoping to be 200 people. When it comes to the employer brand, the main thing which we kind of articulated for ourselves, that when it comes to recruitment, we are looking not for the what, for the skill set, but for the who. The person, the personality who would join Mintos and will help us to shape further our unique culture. So basically, as in a lot of startups, our vision when it comes to recruitment was driven by our co-founders, Martin Schwalters and Martin Schulte. For the first 3 years, they were basically hand-picking those people, those employees who would join the team. And there was like strong sense of ownership and strong understanding what kind of people we would like to see in the company, driven by our co-founders. So first of all, it's growth mindset. People should be eager to learn new things all the time. It's fast-paced environment. Things are changing all the time. Regulations is changing all the time. Market conditions are changing. Talent war is still kind of on the race. So there are a lot of things to react to very quickly. So learning, unlearning as well. Also friendly, positive atmosphere, a sense of team, a sense of responsibility, ownership, working together. And also one of the key ingredients is openness. Openness, transparency. reachability at all the companies level. Our CEO and our CFO, they always sit in the middle of our office. There are no, we have open space office, open plan office. There are no walls. They are always reachable, and like everybody can come and speak pretty much to everybody in the office. So this is what we appreciate, and what also kind of drives atmosphere in the office. Yeah, so that kind of right fit idea shaped at the very early days of our company is now incorporated into our selection process and recruitment process. And I will tell you about it a little bit more in detail further. So at the moment, basically all the companies are kind of targeting the same skill set, the same competences. So according to research, it's basically this set of qualities you are now seeing at the screen: teamwork, communication, listening, flexibility, being calm and cooperative. And so basically candidates now became so savvy in those interviews, they can easily stage that persona you're looking for. So a candidate can come and basically model that behavior you're looking for. They are so kind of presentable, and those skills also kind of becoming better and better with each interview they are going for. So basically we're thinking also, how do we make our interview process more kind of genuine, more to the point, how we would discover who the person really is, what we can introduce, obviously without also kind of key thing here, not probably to over-invest into the process, because at the moment for recruiting, like speaking to one person, we spend probably around 5 up to 7 hours altogether. So it's manager's time, it's people's team time. Our recruitment process has from 5 up to 7 steps, and those are very kind of well-structured, thorough steps which require a lot of time. So how to find that balance between thorough and to the point, kind of digging deep recruitment process and efficiency. So basically, the main ingredient we kind of heavily relying on at the moment is our fit interview. Otherwise, our recruitment process is not that different from other companies' recruitment processes. Basically, it's sourcing, screening call, experience interview, home assignment, fit interview, reference check. So the only stage which could be slightly different, it's our fit interview. Fit interview basically probes on candidates' cultural fit, how they fit into the particular team they're about to join, and they're fit for the role as well. And also any red flags or any doubts which we kind of discovered or formed during experience interview will also be addressed here at the stage of fit interview. How our, and just kind of to give you a sense of how selective our process is, out of 100% of the candidates who are applying and being sourced for a particular role, we only hire 2% of people. So this is how our process is working at the moment. I have to say that one of the positive consequences we are seeing after this very thorough and sometimes quite long process is that our retention, retention is very high, and basically attrition rates are almost zero. So if people leave the company, it's basically unhealthy attrition rates. Nobody leaves. Well, people leave when they change the country or moving due to personal reasons. But so far, like, everybody is very happy to work, and we're also happy to see those people. They are growing with the company, and this is very valuable. This is what we're very happy about. One of the concepts which is also feeding into our recruitment process and our culture is basically this triangle pyramid: people, product, profit. This was inspired by Ben Horowitz, and this vision is adopted by our CEO, Martin Schulte. Martin believes that if you hire right people with right attitude and great talent, they would create great product, which ultimately would change people's life in some of the domain of life or of like social strata, and that great product would also will drive great profit. So in this particular order, we're kind of working on our things, and so far it has been going really well. So again, kind of to summarize, so initial vision, who is the fit for the organization, who is not, is driven by our co-founders. When it comes to management roles, we believe strongly that our managers should be people persons. So therefore, their genuine interest should be lying in growing people and developing people and promoting internal talent. And so far, we succeeded in hiring managers for our roles, like with this particular mindset. And also, employees at all levels are given the opportunity to decide whom they would see in their team. We invite team members to participate in our fit interviews, and also, as part of a recruitment process, we introduced this stage of shadowing days. Whenever candidate express the desire and kind of ability to join us for shadowing day, we organize that. So people can actually spend one day with our team, working side by side, and experience real sense of teamwork, and actually, get to that kind of nitty-gritty of the role, day-to-day tasks that they will be doing in the role. Especially, it's important for junior positions, because sometimes people who would come to a junior role, they have very vague understanding what real job would entail, what day-to-day tasks would come to, and this would allow them to get full understanding of that. And also, another stage is just going for some kind of informal kind of drinks or bite to eat as a team, especially when a new joiner is coming from a different country, like for example from Russia or Kazakhstan, and person comes to our office for final stage of the interview, and then going out together with the team just to kind of start that bonding and start that kind of friendly relationship with the team member in less formal environment. Again, our beautiful team, 170 people. Just to give you a kind of sense, kind of flavor of our culture, this is a video from our summer event. And just to give you the understanding how our social events look like. Just a second, we'll try and, to be honest, I don't know how to, is it possible to somehow launch this link? have to say we do love our social events. At the moment, we just calculated that we have on average 30 social events per year. It's approximately five, six of those are company-wide events where we invite everybody, including our foreign offices as well. And then our teams have their own social events within the team. So each smaller team has their own social event 2-3 times per year. So basically that allows, strengthening those friendly relationships and getting each other a little bit better outside of the office hours. One of the strong ingredients in our culture is our values, and at the moment actually we are rethinking our values, and this year it was a huge focus on reshaping and kind of reinventing our values. Our first values were put together almost 3 years ago when it was only 20 people in the company. At the moment our site is still showing our current values, which are innovation, transparency, and growth mindset. But this is going to be looking very different in a couple of months. So we decided that now when we are, summertime, we were 150 people, we need to take everybody's input, how people feel about what's important for them in a working place, what they value, how they see the company going forward. Also, of course, we took input from our CEO, and all those things, they kind of resulted in new priorities, which actually fed in our new values. So this is still work in progress, and probably I will tell you about that a little bit more in detail during our next meeting, hopefully. But it was a series of one-to-one conversations. We basically spent 100 hours speaking to 100 of our people about what makes them happy, what makes them productive, what motivates them, what inspires them, and all their thoughts and kind of the energy they invested into those talks, they resulted into our new values, about which I will tell you probably next time. At the moment it's work in progress. So what we discovered during those talks that first of all our employees value flexibility and friendly working environment, ownership over their own working schedule, possibility to come where it suits them and to leave when it suits them, provided that work is being done, of course, to working place. That is because a lot of our employees are parents and young parents as well. First-time parents, so for them it's really important to have this flexibility and this opportunity. Also, some of our employees perceive that it's kind of international environment. It feels like you are working in Germany, not Latvia, for example. They are very proud of our business model and business idea, the company that challenges the world. Environment itself, it's been named as very motivating. You see the results very quickly. It's still very much startup kind of culture, and we are trying to keep it this way. Fast decision-making, low levels of bureaucracy and formalization, high agility, involving our people into decision-making as much as possible. So all those things keep us going. People come to work smiling. It brings a better person in you, our working environment, and so on, so on. So this culture, which is being formed starting from the very early stage of interview process, where candidates actually have this exposure to our culture and are free to choose, first of all, to see whether they resonate with that culture, whether that culture fits them, and also free to choose to join or not to join the company. So that early exposure during the interview process, and then kind of choosing, handpicking proper Mintos people. Then we cultivate that culture through the series of social events, employer brand initiatives, through our extensive benefit package, which again take care about employees' personal and professional growth, their well-being, and their future within the company. This includes actually our new office space, which is very much eco-friendly, and there are a lot of green initiatives going on, including actually cooperating with young green startup, which we're building our green walls, live green walls in the office. And overall, yeah, we are recycling, we are energy and water efficient, we are saving on those plastic bottles because we installed like last technology, water dispensers, and so on, so on. And again, working environment, working office, also something which our employees name as the one of the kind of great aspects of our working culture. So yeah, main 6 ingredients which we believe our culture is made of, listed there. So making people feel accomplished and praised for the work they did. So it's not only celebrating success through social events, but also there is a culture of giving kudos within the company. We do it through our general chat. So whoever in the office believes that their colleague did today a great job, there is kudos, a shout out going on in general chat, and also we do that on LinkedIn. So you can see that Mintos people very often use this LinkedIn feature, giving kudos to their colleagues. Information flow is transparent and accessible to all levels and at all the positions. This also comes not only to our employees, but also to our customers as well, our investors and our loan originators. Culture and business model are completely transparent, and we always reiterate that and always cultivate that transparency and integrity. Nurturing the growth mindset and welcoming professional and personal growth. It's again one of our fundamental values. Taking work-life balance very seriously, flexibility of the working hours, and our unlimited vacation policy is also contributing into that. Opportunity to work with A players in different international markets. So what we are aiming for is top talent in each market, and thus 2% of people only get hired when it comes to our recruitment process. And basically successes are never taken for granted. All achievements are celebrated. And I think, yeah, I mentioned it already in the beginning of this presentation. So basically, just to summarize, we take care about, we think very seriously about our people's growth, professional and personal, our people's well-being, our people's future. Candidates get that exposure at early stages of our recruitment process, and that allows them to make well-informed decision whether to join or not to join Mintos, as well as it allows us to actually get to know them quite well during the interview process. Another thing which we are not relying on at all, it's probationary period. What we are saying is that we kind of so confident in our recruitment process that we don't need probationary period. So when people come to our organization, we are already sure they are a good fit, they are ready to join, we are ready to work together, we would fit, we would match each other. And so basically, yeah, we do not kind of mark or celebrate probationary period. We believe that people kind of join for good, join our culture, our organization for good. Yeah, and basically not only taking care about taking in right people, but also cultivating that culture. It's a bit of a challenge, I have to say. Now, when this year we opened another 2 offices in Berlin and in Lithuania. Before we were only 2 offices in Riga and in Warsaw, so now it's 4 offices. And with upcoming expansion plans, there will be even more offices altogether. So in those remote offices, of course, it's a bit of a challenge to create exactly the same culture and to make people to embrace those values and kind of feel included and feel good about the greater team. So yeah, this is kind of another kind of interesting challenge we are facing. And yeah, we're very kind of keen to work on it. So I'm hoping we will meet again, probably in another SmartHR meeting. But thank you guys for having us, and any questions, please let me know.